Day one of the art walk. I'm on my way to my spot, I guess. Well, I'm pretty far away because I just started driving. I got the man van half full. I'm doing a small display this year because the weather apparently is going to be very bad. Severe thunderstorm warnings, I guess, for the weekend. Today it should only be cloudy, so it should be good. So we'll see. I've never had a display this small, except for my first and second year doing this art walk, and this will be my 6th year, I believe. So I don't know. People have come to expect a certain type of display from me, and hopefully they're not like, oh, so you only did this. We'll see. I don't know. It should still be a good art walk if people are out in the rain, but I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But I'm optimistic. Started filling up my little booth. It's gonna look better than this, but this is how I start off. Set up the tent. Mine's not fancy, it doesn't say my name on it, but first 2 pieces hung up. Then I'm gonna put on the shelter walls and stuff, put up the rest of the art. Alright, come into my very dinky display. I thought I brought more than this to fill it all up. Usually it's filled, every square inch is filled up, and then I have 2 tents. I thought I brought enough to fill up 1 tent, but I did not. But come have a look. I made that for Val a couple years ago. She had a bunch of these paintings, which are all like birch and like, I guess, poplar trees. So I took this out of a poplar tree, and this is birch right here. Made her this little sign, and now she uses it every year. And there she is. Hi. So she's here every year. Rob is here every year. These folks here are new to me. That's really good art there. I don't remember them. I don't remember them or them. This is usually all regulars in this spot, but they must have all left. This is my friend here. She's new to this place, but she's come to Art Walk quite a bit. And I don't recognize these people. Ah, this guy is a regular in this spot too. He does airbrushing and stuff. So we're at Rob's, Grizzly Oaks. Last year my grandfather helped me out. He usually comes here, but he's getting mouth surgery or something like that, so he can't come this year.
Get well soon, Roger.
Yeah, get well soon, Roger. Last year, Gramps asked Rob to make a painting, and so he did. He brought it here. It looks pretty dope, but he's not gonna get it now. All right, he's still setting. Oh, dude, that is sick.
Oh, we do.
Squid.
Dude, that's like an okay, squid.
Squid's octopus skull. It's got 4 eyes.
Wait, is this the one that was commissioned last year?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Dude, that's awesome.
Over 200 screws.
That is sick. I hope that was in frame the whole time. That is awesome, man. So he's still setting up, but later I'm gonna get him to tell you his info and stuff, because I think he's definitely worth following. He does a lot of reclaimed and upcycled stuff in his art, and he paints and sculpts. Rob gave me his tent wall thingy, so that's nice. Yeah, it looks way classier now. I'm actually disappointed at how much this is lacking in presentation. Usually if it fills up all the voids, it looks a lot better, but that's okay. Inspiration for the display in here came from initially when I had it all like filled up, was from this one gallery I'm in, that they do that in their gallery, and it looks really good for that style of gallery. And I was normally gonna do that here. Not normally, initially gonna do that here, but the rain and stuff, I was like, nah, I'm not bringing a bunch of art for it to potentially all get ruined. I'll just bring some to potentially get ruined. So we decided to move my tent. When I say we, me and Rob, who is somewhere, he offered to help me, and it's proving to be more difficult than we thought it would be, because this stupid tree. Usually I have 2 tents, so I would be right up to the sidewalk here, but I only have 1, and then I'm kind of hidden away, so we're trying to resituate here. And we thought we could move it with all the art on, but we had to take it all down, so. All right, back in business. We have it all set up. It looks a little differently because I couldn't remember how I did it, but looks good. We tried to move it all as one thing, then we had to take it apart, but it looks good. I think this is how I'm gonna have it for the rest of Art Walk for the next 2 days, but I'm probably gonna bring more art because this looks kind of empty and I like it to be a little more filled up. It looks a lot better, so yeah. But at this point I'm a broken record. I don't know. If you've seen me at Art Walk before, then you know what I'm talking about. This just looks weird. It started to rain, which sucks, so I had to move my table in, but that's okay. Also, you may notice that I'm missing a spot because one of them is gone. Woo! That was the elk. I have another print of that same elk, so I'm going to replace it with itself tomorrow, of course. But it started raining, so that's kind of sucky. So my neighbor here, Rob and Amanda, are plasticking up their spot. This guy here, I haven't met him yet. They're doing the same thing. But also, I need to show you guys something. See this hat right here? This guy has the same hat. Dope hat or what?
Looks alright. Haven't looked at it yet.
But
pretty good.
Yeah, of course it looks good. Anyways, this is Rob. You've seen him already. He's pretty cool. I met him like 2 years ago.
A couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah, in this exact spot. I was there. He was here. We became friends because I talked to him. I thought it was really cool because he does like all this like reclaimed stuff. Why don't you explain your art?
I'm kind of like Josh. I like to reuse material because I'm cheap.
And it's good for the environment.
And there's more garbage on the planet than we know what to do with, so I try to put it on your wall in a way that you want it there.
Right, exactly, and it looks cool. So you do sculpture. This is cardboard and
recycled cardboard and hockey tape. And the wood stuff is mostly pallets.
Pallets, so like this one right here.
Definitely.
This is one of my favorites.
Definitely
really cool.
pallets.
Pallets, and then you do like the skulls. That bird skull right there is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pallets. He's got a cool little helmet. He's from the future.
All right, so your art kind of like is a story, right?
Yeah.
And you have a comic book as well.
Yeah. I've got
cool.
the first seven of them done. 3 more in the series.
That's pretty cool. Does your artwork, like, are they characters in your comic books?
They will be.
Or like loosely?
The comic book right now is the prequel, I would say. The origin story.
Okay. So, go on. I just interrupted you there.
And then it goes to the future, and this is where this stuff comes from.
All right, I like that. That's cool. So, you like, your inspiration is obviously real life, but then you totally morph it into like your own.
Well, it's the future, so really far in the future. So
really far in the future. So these are like all mutants, like this shark right here.
Yeah, it's got 4 eyes.
4 eyes.
Pretty bright.
He's cool. He's like radioactive. Also, his face is punched to the left.
A little bit. Nice turn and looking at you.
Okay, word. I get it. And then you have like these little ones. That's pretty cool. It's got like extra fins and stuff.
Yeah.
This cool killer whale, which I like. So this is all out of like reclaimed wood.
This is cardboard. This is wood.
Obviously, that's wood. And then you also do paintings.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Japanese style, those ones?
Yeah, that's where I got the inspiration. I really love that guy's stuff. There's a couple more. There's an actual skeleton up there if you look.
Okay, so is this like the process?
Yeah, it's halfway through.
So this is a Hammerhead Shark, I'm guessing?
You betcha.
So that's how you like start off? Like
Yeah,
with
that's how I build
cardboard armature?
Build up the sculpture. I start with one piece and just keep building on.
Awesome, I like it. That's how you do
pretty much all the wood stuff too. I start with the first middle piece and then just keep building from the outside up, adding onto it.
Okay, I get it. So rather than like take away, you just add for the most part, and then take away after the shape?
It's like both.
Both, right.
Because I started with the middle piece, I cut it up, and then I add another piece to each side, cut it up.
Right, makes sense. So like this skull, for example.
It's like 5 pieces in a row.
Yeah, this is
See them all layered in there.
right. That's cool. I get it. And then you do these paintings too. These are really cool. How they like pop out of the frame.
Like a Todd McFarlane comic book.
Todd McFarlane comic book. Yeah, I like that. I like that style. And some of your artwork is like stop being bad to the environment.
It has to do with garbage as well.
So you're using garbage to make not garbage art.
Yeah.
All right. So if people wanted to check out your art, where can they find you?
I'm at Grizzly Oak on Instagram. I am on Facebook as well, but I'm not as active on that one.
So mostly Instagram?
Instagram.
Alright, cool. You guys should go follow him. He has really cool work. It's pretty, I was gonna say dynamic. Is that the right terminology?
Sure, dynamics.
Yeah, it's pretty dynamic. He's actually working on one piece right now. We'll see how it progresses throughout the weekend. Do you think you'll finish it?
I think it'll be really close, yeah.
Okay, it should be close to done to being finished, so as the weekend goes on, we'll check in.
Yeah.
All right, this is Tyler. He's the new owner of this sick, he's Pennywise and Pennywise. So yeah, what do you think of it?
I think it's so sick. I'm so happy to have it. Glad I got it first.
Yeah, man. He's like, I think I'm gonna buy this, and he leaves. And oftentimes people are like, oh, I think I'll get this, and then you never see him again. But you came back in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So wicked. Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome. Thank you.
It's the end of day 1. Pretty good day. Time to pack up and come back tomorrow. This is the progress on the sculpture after the first. Alright, so my phone died yesterday when I was trying to show the progress of that sculpture that Rob is working on. So here's a picture of what he left off on. Let's see what he goes on to make today or add to it. However that's supposed to make sense. Today is day 2 of the art walk. Hopefully it's another good day. So far it's not raining, but that is supposed to change. I had to park so far away. The man van's right there. There's like no free parking in this part of the city, so you have to kind of park far away. So I'm just in this random neighborhood that's close to my spot. Close-ish. It's like maybe a 10-minute walk or something like that. So it's not terrible, but it's not great either. It's okay. Whatever. Ashley's with me this time, so she's watching my stuff. Yesterday I parked a lot closer, so I was like parked, ran over there, nothing was taken, although there's volunteers and stuff, so it was fine. Today don't have to bother the volunteers, so I can just park away. Where we set up, there's like no park there, set up and then drive away sort of thing. You have to like take all your stuff out of your car and then drive away so that the next person can come in. It's a whole hassle-y type thing, but it's worth it, I guess, if you like this sort of thing. I love this old brickwork and stuff. It looks so cool. I don't know. I think it's cool. Old churches. It's got some really cool stained glass. It's reminding me of the project Jakota's working on right now. Really neat. Actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Oh well. For those of you who are waiting on Jakota's first video, that's kind of a clue onto what it is, sort of. Not really. That's kind of misleading, but stay tuned for his channel launch. I also heard this might be the last art walk here. This is a pretty big one, like 400 or 500 artists or something like that. This might be the last one because it's, I guess, changing hands or something like that. I don't actually know. This year it's kind of janky too because the Street Performers Festival is happening here. Usually it's in another area of the city, but that's getting renoed. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's becoming too much of a hassle. They're trying to add more and more artists every year. There might be even more this year, I'm not sure, but it's crazy big. Pretty big anyways. I don't know. Hopefully it keeps going on. That right there is the library, or one of the libraries anyways, and I used to set up in that park, and there's a farmer's market there and stuff on Saturday and Sunday. Today's Saturday. I used to be in there. I did pretty good. I did my first and second year in there, but now in my new park, MKT park there, it's way better, and that's where the Street Performance Festival is. So all the people who used to go there, which is a really good spot, it's a little more expensive to go in that spot. They all had to move to not as good spots, which is kind of sucky. I think that might be why I have a whole bunch of new neighbors. They might have snatched those spots when they were over there, because it's another great spot to be at. There's not everyone gets a tent spot, so yeah. The kid has a leash. They got sand sculptures in here. Kind of hard to see. They're not open yet, so I can't go in. But it's pretty neat. I'm right across over in this park. That used to be the old train station. They used to have train tracks here, and you used to be able to park in there, but they blocked it off. You guys remember when I went and saw Patrick and Andrea and I got these boxes? They are fantastic. They fit everything in them. Well, not those big pieces right there. They don't fit in them because this is the same dimension as that. So I could probably squish them in there, but probably not a good idea. But everything else fits in them. I only brought enough art to fit to fill one, but check this out. Cha-ching! It all fits in there nicely. I could even fit more in there if I wanted to. The leash kid came by my booth as I'm setting up. This is what I have so far. Me and Ashley are trying to curate it to a certain extent. Usually we'll have like musicians all on one wall, sports figures on another wall, and then we have way bigger walls than these, but we're working with what we have. And usually Roger, my gramps, is helping me. And he's like, maybe we should make it all, let's do it here like this. And he'll like make sure everything's super straight and stuff, which is good. But he's not here today, so we're figuring it out. Not that we can't figure it out without him. But it's always good to have extra eyes when they're kind of artistic, you know what I mean? All right, I'm all set up. There's my name. It's looking pretty good. Looks better than yesterday. I see that I could have brought one more for there. I could move this one down. I moved this one down a little bit so that you can see it under the sign while you're walking by. But the rest of it, it looks okay. Not as good as previous years, but like I already said, and keep explaining for some reason, didn't bring as much because of the weather. It looks pretty good. Unfortunately, my neighbor across, Val, with Val's Forest, I was going to interview her today, but she isn't here yet, and it starts in 4 minutes. But she may still come. Hopefully. I don't know. That sign says Val's Forest, and that is Val, so the interview will happen. Check out this little bird. This is something that I sold at Art Walk last year, and she brought it back because she accidentally broke part of the wing off. So I gotta put this back on here. So I'm gonna do that tonight so that she can come back tomorrow and pick it up. Good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So this is Val. She's my neighbor. She's my neighbor every year. Well, so far for like 3 or 4 years or something
This
like
is
that.
year 5.
Okay, so 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow, time goes by quickly.
I know.
So you've been across from me for 5 years now, and you're always painting like these poplar, birch.
Aspen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they seem pretty popular. You get a lot of sales, so I thought I would come over and say hi and let you talk about your work if you'd like. what goes into a piece, I guess?
Well, we moved out to the country in 2003 and we built a house on an acreage, 20 acres, and it was previously a cow pasture. And as you know, cows can trample trees, but they all came back beautifully, and I just felt really inspired to paint them. I walk through the woods and along the woods on our paths in the evening, and they always seem mysterious to me. And in spring, the dugout gets little waves on it, and that's why this one I have, it's called Storms Coming. And so it just depends what I see. Sometimes I see a beautiful sunrise, a sunset, the sky, the clouds are pink, the skies are gorgeous blue, like in cotton candy. And in magical night, I go out on the back step with our little dog and just look up at the sky, and that's what I see, and it just looks like stars everywhere, and the sky is so dark, and I just feel inspired all the time to paint my trees.
Wicked. So this is like your land, basically, you're painting.
This is, yep, this is my land that I'm painting.
Yeah, and it looks like some of them are like fall, some of them are winter-ish.
It just depends. It just depends what I see, and so winter just finished, and I have done a couple of this type with the really deep midnight blue sky. And in the fall, I'm just walking through the woods, and in the spring, the leaves are still flying around a little bit, the odd dead one, and we get the little waves on the dugout, and it's just beautiful, and I just feel like I've got to go paint this.
Nice.
So that's, yeah.
If people want to check out your work online, where can they find you? valmanchuk.com. I'm also on Facebook, Val Manchuk's Art on Facebook, and I post on Instagram as well. Same name?
Same name, Val
Excellent.
Manchuk.
I'll put her info in the description so you can check her out. Yeah, so I'm going to keep doing art walks, so you'll probably continue to be my neighbor. If
I will. If I keep coming, I'm asking for the same spot every year. It's great here.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
good. This
And
year, the rain is a little, it's keeping people away, but usually this is a really good spot, so.
Yeah, this is a nice spot, and after Saturday afternoons are always kind of crazy, so we're kind of gearing up for that. Make sure we've got our coffee.
Right. All right, awesome.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just chilling at Art Walk, and then Will shows up, and he picked up a hat, and he paid for it, full price.
Wow.
I mean, he's a nice guy.
Wow.
He didn't have to.
What do you mean, wow?
Wow.
I didn't-
I mean, why wouldn't I though?
I mean, I am pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, sure. It's a cool hat
So,
though.
if you guys haven't followed Will yet, what's your Instagram and handles and all that jazz?
Caspers.creations.
With
on
K's?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that jazz.
With K's and Z's. I'll put his info in the description.
Yep, it will be.
So I'm just chilling here, and out pops this guy, pats me on the back, and I was like, oh hey, this is Tyler, and probably like, what, 3 years ago we met here?
5.
What? Man,
He's old.
last time I was talking to Val, I was like, yeah, 3-4 years, and she's like, yeah, it's 5. And I was like,
it's 5.
Okay, so 5 years ago, and then we were on the news. Remember when the news screwed it
Yeah,
up?
Tyler Nicholson over here.
Yeah,
is,
they called me Tyler Nicholson, and then they changed it to Tyler Alexander, and then to Josh Alexander. What an embarrassment.
news is bad, dude.
And I was like, what is happening here? But anyways, he's not here this year, but he came to say hi. And a while ago, you said that it'd be cool to help me with my landscaping in my trees, because I had some
I'm
ideas.
all about free labor. It's just giving.
Because he has like this cool like pond and whatever in your backyard. Anyways, we got to talking about it, so now we're talking about it again. So he may actually come over and help me do the. I have an idea in my yard, so
We're gonna build stuff. And
so-
it's gonna be rad.
yeah. But
Yeah.
he's also an artist, does airbrush on steel and aluminum and on metal basically, and on canvas
Anything.
and on
Airbrush on
guitars.
anything. Yeah.
It's really cool. So if people want to check out your art, what's your Instagram?
High speed dubber, all caps.
High
on,
speed
Insta.
dubber.
Yeah.
All right, so check
you
him
go.
out. Tell him what you think, and then
Be real mean. I like
and
it.
then and then follow him. That would
Yeah.
be sick. So I look forward to having you out.
Hanging out, building some stuff. It's
Yeah,
gonna
so
be fun.
look forward to that. Check out these little guys. I actually used to have a couple ferrets, and they look just like this. That's awesome.
They were just at the farmers market downtown.
Okay.
They have their own Instagram page.
What's the Instagram page?
Adventure Ferrets 1911.
Adventure Ferrets 1911. What are their names?
That's Yarpy.
Yarpy?
And that's Frost.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Take care. Good luck.
Just doing some more work on the mystery thing. Looking pretty good. Check out that vodka bottle. That looks pretty cool. So I was just going for a walk and I came by my friend Reanna's booth here. She's in the same park as me. And I just came in to say hi, and I saw this piece here, which I thought was cool, so I had to grab it. Reanna is my real life friend. We did a show together a few years ago with one of my other friends. She was a guest artist. Anyways, this is some of her, would you say this is your main series, the dots and stuff? Yeah, your main series? Okay, can you tell the folks what the dots are, like what they represent and that sort of thing?
It's basically like kind of taking a modern approach to beadwork, just using acrylic paints. But yeah, so it just represents beadwork.
And the beadwork is Métis, right?
Yes, so
Métis.
the Métis have a distinct style, and just to throw in a plug, I do have workshops around it, so teachers, if you would like me to come teach the history of beadwork.
That's a good idea. So if people want to check you out, how do they find you online?
You can search up Reanna Art on Instagram or Facebook, or you can Google me, which is always weird to say.
That is cool though. So Reanna is a published artist, and you should definitely check her out. I'm a fan of her work, so yeah. Her main series, Métis stuff, but she also does some of these other things, such as this one that I picked up, and then she has like these skull ones. But check out her Instagram and her Facebook and stuff. It'll be great. And now I'm taken away from her because she might make a sale right here, so I'm gonna leave. So I'm gonna head back to my spot here now because I can see there's quite a few people, but I really like this piece, so that's definitely going in the studio. Guy with the snake. It's kind of, you see a lot of crazy people around this part of Edmonton, and yeah, they can just be carrying around anything. I've seen other people with snakes too, but anyways, I just met the snake. It's pretty cool. It's the end of day one, and it's been a good day. I didn't sell any originals, but I sold quite a few paper prints and stuff. This is day 2 progress of, oh, I can't really get a shot of it. There we go. This is day 2 progress of Rob's sculpture. Any guesses? Last day of the art walk. It's going to rain this time. Yesterday it didn't rain until I was packing up at the very, very end there. And it only just barely rained, and then it rained when I got home. Today, apparently it's 80% chance at lunchtime. Right now it's 7:30, so at around noon it's supposed to be 80% chance of a thunderstorm. But yesterday was supposed to be 70% chance of showers, which is not as bad as a thunderstorm, and it didn't. I mean, there was a couple drops, like literally I probably felt like 13 drops. Well, I don't know how many because I didn't count, but not many. Like, you couldn't see the rain. You could only feel it every like few minutes, where there was like random drops that somehow slipped out of the clouds. But today, 80% at noon. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, we're all set up for the last day of Art Walk. It's very simple display once again, but I enjoy it, I think. Should say thank you for the folks who came down, who follow my YouTube. That's pretty cool. Some of you picked up some hats, some prints, a bunch of other different things. I thought that was pretty awesome. I fixed the bird that the lady brought back. This is something I sold her last year. She was hoping I would have brought more sculptures this year because she wanted to get another one, but I just didn't think it was worth it. And now that the weather has been fine, I'm like, damn, I totally could have. That's the thing about weathermen, they don't care if they're wrong. Although I don't think they can help if they're wrong or not. I don't know. I guess it's a guess at any point in time, but it is what it is. Next year will be bigger and better. It's the 25th anniversary or whatever, and it was rumored that it was going to be the last year next year, but it's only the last year that the current organizer is going to be doing all the organizing. It's still going to go on. She's just going to be kind of in the background, I think, of the organizing it or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, let's see how the day goes. Checking in on the sculpture. He's added some more elements to it. Is there any guesses? I know it's kind of hard to see the orientation of it, but this is the top, this is the front. Can you tell what it is? He's adding more stuff to it so that it's, I guess, more fantasy or whatever you would call it. Remember, this is like a, what's the story? How does it go? It's an animal that absorbs technology or something. What is?
Oh, you want to go with a deep backstory? Just based off the comic book?
Yeah, so your comic book has characters
In
that
the future, yeah, and their DNA has been softened by a chemical in the ocean that the humans put in order to fix something, but in turn it messed with the genetics of animals, and now they're able to absorb objects.
Okay, so based on that,
Garbage.
okay, garbage. Based on that information, are there any guesses onto what this is? I think in person it's probably easier to see than in the video, but you've already told me what it is, so I can see it. But put your guesses in the comments, and then hopefully by the end of the day, as this is the last day, you'll progress far enough that you'll be able to see what it is. Well, so far no rain, so that's good. Not very many people compared to yesterday, but it is Sunday, so people are going to church and stuff. And then usually after church, there's like 3 churches around here, and they all like come out at once, and sometimes that's a good thing. Get a few sales, but whatever. Just going to grab some lunch, and walking down the main Whyte Ave, there's usually way more artists than this. So maybe the rain prediction caused a whole bunch of people to stay home, because like there's no one right here, and there should be like, I don't know, 8 people here. It's crazy.
Oh, there we go.
That's not so bad.
Did you get your nose in it? Yeah, a little bit.
It is a little impractical.
A little bit. They didn't give you a fork, eh?
Maybe there was a place with forks. I don't know. I've never been there before. The hot dog place was closed, so I got there instead.
Straight to the cinnamon bun. And I gotta get back. Can't trust Rob.
It tastes good though.
There's so much chocolate on there.
Oh.
You lost the hole.
They didn't give me any napkins. Good enough? Those people right there, the bald guy, he like came in here and he's like, yeah, no, none of this is framed. We can't have this. What the heck? You don't need it to be framed. So every art walk, me and Rob, you can see he's already trying to do it. We switch booths and we try to sell each other's work and see how much we can sell of each other's stuff. So that's what we're gonna do now. Just chilling, trying to sell Rob's stuff, and then suddenly a Johnny B appears.
Wild Johnny B appeared.
So you guys remember Johnny B, my old business partner slash we still do some stuff together, business partner. So he stopped by, so that's kind of cool. Thanks for coming.
Of course.
More progress on the mystery sculpture. Any guesses yet with this update? It's getting closer to being recognizable, at least to me it is. So far the rain is not so bad. I mean, it is raining, but it got really bad where Ashley is right now. She's where I live. And apparently she went to town, and apparently the water from the rain went up to her door. She's in a parking lot, so the parking lot just isn't draining, but that's a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And apparently it's heading this way. So far it's still okay. It's just sprinkling a little bit, but this is gonna drive all the people away, unfortunately. So I haven't been able to sell any of his work. I keep chatting with people and losing focus on trying to sell his work. And he hasn't been able to sell any of my work either, but there's not very many people out, so it's you know, it's a hindrance a little bit. But my goal is to sell at least one of his. Alright, another one of my neighbors that I see every year, actually he's like all the way on the other side of the park, is Shane. And he does this cool airbrush work. And he owns a, what would you call it, like a custom shop?
Custom auto body shop.
Custom auto body shop. And he does all this cool work. I'm actually gonna go to his shop on one of these days when you have like a, what do you call that?
It's a Wednesday night get together.
Wednesday night get together. So Tyler, who you guys saw earlier, is one of your friends, right?
Yep.
And he hangs out at your shop. And he's invited me to your shop probably 5 or 6 times. And I just never, I always thought it would be weird because we don't really know each other that well. So we just see each other here. So I was like, I don't know if I should go because you didn't invite me, but you invited me yesterday. So I think we'll do that. So I'll learn how to do some airbrushing and stuff, which I think is really cool. Today I actually came to buy your Salvador Dali piece, but you just sold it, so yeah, that sucks. But maybe I'll get one of the next ones. If someone wants to get in contact with you, or if people want to check out your work, how do they get a hold of you online?
I'm on Baker Boys Designs. The boys is with a Z.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I do have a website, but it's up and running a little bit.
Okay. So all that info, I'm going to put it in the description so that you guys can check it out, because his work is really cool. He also does the airbrushing just like Tyler on the steel and aluminum and different metal and stuff. You do motorcycles and stuff, right?
Yeah, motorcycles, cars.
Yeah, it's really cool. So you guys should check him out. You do shipping as well?
Yeah.
You can ship worldwide?
Yep.
Alright, it's the end of day 3. I wasn't able to sell any of his pieces because it was hectic and then lots of rain. Last year I was able to sell one of his pieces and he sold one of my pieces. But this is all the progress he could do on the mystery sculpture. Any guesses? If you guys want to see the finished result, make sure you check out his Instagram, which is, what's the Instagram?
Here's the oak. Here's the oak. I think it's underscore in between.
There you go.
It's probably backwards.
Oh, it might be backwards.
Look at it in the mirror.
Just look at it in the mirror. Yeah, so I'm gonna pack up. I did okay this weekend, so thank you for everyone. Thank you for everyone who came and said hi and checked me out. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys. If you would like any of these pieces that you see, they are available, and you can check me out online at My Hands Gallery and at Ushitat. All that info, of course, is going to be in the description. So yeah, this is what I do once a year, and it's a pretty good show. If you'd like to be in the loop with further shows, then yeah, just make sure you follow me. I put all that stuff on the Facebook and Instagram pages, and you can also put in custom commission orders and all that stuff. Just order from Josh@gmail.com. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you.